fight one of them, you fight all of them. Hey.
What's cracking, G? That's your boy Koopa. I'm back here with another one, man. But the video I'm doing, well, I'm reacting to actually, it's from it's called Truth Is. You can check them out, YouTube channel Truth Is. It's a kid out in I'm not sure where he's based out of, but like I think he might be in New York. But he about basically exposing, the industry. For those of you that conspiracy theorists out there, I'm one of those. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I do lead by logic at the same time. So I do consider myself as a conspiracy theorist, but at the same time, like I said, logic is a part of it too. But a lot of these things actually is true, but a lot of these things are made to look like falsehoods because it's easy to control the narrative. They say he who controls images controls minds. So basically that, what I'm saying, to put it in layman's term or whatever, but people basically like, y'all know how it is. We watching the news and the news could come on there and be like, man, this guy that was a part of this group, he went and hurt such and such people. Without them saying it, they just embedded in your mind to make you look at that type of person, what type of culture or background or team or program they come from, to look at them like, whoa, that whole team is bad, or that whole program is bad, or these people are this. It makes you form an opinion in your mind that they want you to form without telling you. It's one of those them hidden messages, what they call it. But anyway, that's what he usually talks about. He got many videos on there. Y'all should check him out. I really do enjoy his content. But this video react to, what I'm saying, some of the people back home. If y'all know what the BDs is, two folds, what I'm saying, Black Disciples, they're gang those around since, what I'm saying, the dawn of time. Like, what I'm saying, we got the GDs, what I'm saying, the BDs, Vice Lord Stones, Mickey Cobras, what I'm saying, 2 6s, Maniac Land Disciples, Latin Kings, what I'm saying, Chicago, what I'm saying. We a city that's built on gangs and politics, because real talk, our politicians involved with the gangs, even our well, the whole government, because the government is all our government, but even the government had their hands in dabbling with the gangs in Chicago. Everybody has a stronghold in Chicago, even the police, especially the police, they the biggest gang in America, but they also is definitely the biggest gang in Chicago. Those, if y'all never been to Chicago and dealt with them police, you probably won't believe me, but in Chicago, man, especially when I done dealt with them police, man, you would think like, man, y'all the gang members. Don't worry about, I'm saying, them dudes up the block. Now I should be worried about y'all, because y'all got way more members. Y'all got way more assets, way more equipment. And y'all got the federal, and you know what I'm saying, and the state government. Well, I said, sorry, the federal government. Sorry about that. But yeah, they got the federal government backing them up. And they got all the resources what I was looking for. Sorry about that. I was looking for the word resource. They got all the resources that the gang down the block ain't got. The gang down the block, if they have it, because the structure no longer exists, but if they have structure, they got structure, you know what I'm saying? They got some money, they got some big homies and stuff like that. Yeah, they got some resources, but they ain't got no bigger resources than the police department. Let's be real. But yeah, I guess it's supposed to be the dark truth about Chicago's Black Disciples, you know what I'm saying? Which I wonder what he gonna get into about them, because like, come on now, gangs been gangs. Gangs been doing what they've been doing. People been dying on both sides of each rivalry between different gangs, what I'm saying, different hoods. You know what I mean? But all right, let's start it.
One of the biggest problems that urban communities face today is the gangs that reside in them. For decades,
Man, for all my GDs out there, man, sorry for that disrespect. That just hurt my feelings seeing that, man. Damn, they doing too much.
gangs have terrorized the people in urban communities around the country. Gangs that are usually ran by young teenagers barely starting their lives.
All right, I'll say right there, he's kind of wrong with that on the perspective of how the nations was built. And by the nations, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking about, what I'm saying, the gangs, you know what I'm saying, your families. That's how I look at them. These your families. I look at them like, yeah, they gangs, but at the same time, no, these your nations. So these nations, they would start out and built originally to protect our people. and it was originally made to show that if these police and these high-ranking officials out here are gonna keep destroying our hoods, we got somebody that's gonna protect it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Black Peace Stones, they originally was built on the Black Panther Party, and they was built on, you know, black is being beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Well, being beautiful is to be black. You know what I'm saying? Being black is an amazing thing, and we're strong out here. They even got, literatures, which we call lit. You know what I'm saying? For y'all that don't know nothing about the, you know what I'm saying, the street shit. We got literatures and codes. You know what I'm saying? The literatures got a lot of stories in it of how we became who we became, where the nation started, where who your founding kings is, and where they came from, and who's under them, who appointed them, and what you're supposed to live by. So the games was not started by some teenagers. That was wrong what he said right there. At least I could say for Chicago, because that's where I'm from. The games wasn't started by no damn teenagers. Yeah, some of them was young, you know what I'm saying? Some of them was kind of teenage, but at the same time, no. A lot of them was like, when they built these nations, they built them under like a lot of literature. And that literature didn't come from no 13, 14, 15-year-old. They said Tukey, you know what I'm saying? He started when he was a youngin'. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking on every clique, but I'm just saying, well, gang, I'm not speaking on every gang, but I'm just saying majority of the real big ones that y'all know today, they were started by men. They were started by, you know what I'm saying, dudes that was able to put codes together and be like, this is what we're going to rule under. This is the nation we're going to ride under. These wasn't no 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds just riding around like, man, this our clique. This our literature. Nah, because if y'all ever laid eyes, at least for all my game members out there, y'all laid eyes on the literature, or somebody called you home, what we call it, and showed you the literature, you could tell that literature wasn't written by no kid, because some of the literature looked like, you know what I'm saying, like God himself came through and was like, these are what you live by. But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, long story short, what I was going to get at was now cliques. Now that you can definitely say bunch of kids and teenagers making them. That's what's going on in Chicago now. There's so many cliques. It ain't just like the GDBD Stone Vice Lords, you know what I'm saying, Kings, Maniacs, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know what I'm saying, 2-6. No, 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 no. Now it's so many cliques that started amongst groups of friends, and they take parts of their literature and live by it, but majority of their literature, they don't live by it no more.
Gang culture, since it's a part of urban culture, has been intertwined with hip-hop music, as many big rappers have claimed to be a part of a gang or two. For example, the rappers like Lil Wayne made a career rapping about his blood affiliation. Nowadays, it's common for rappers to glamorize the gang life in their music, rapping about the gang life they used to live, painting the life of a gang member as something desirable and honorable. This has influenced many teenagers to join gangs as they see rappers as their heroes.
Let me be honest. See, what he's speaking on is somewhat the truth, but at the same time, yeah, the music got a lot of people up here like, oh, I'm gang, gang, I'm gang, gang. But originally, no, a lot of this stuff happened where people saw these groups getting money. They seen how strong these groups, you know what I'm saying, was coming. They seen like, oh man, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all out here, cause like, you know what I'm saying, the GDs and literature of the GDs got one of them commandments about, you know what I'm saying, your hygiene, your physically fitness. So yeah, it wasn't just about the dancing around and music gang back then. Nah, it was really like you seen these people over here like, dang, bro, dang, you know what I'm saying? They whole squad strong. They awesome. They real standing on business. That's the thing that attracted a lot of people back in the day coming into the life, you know what I'm saying, the nation getting called home. When they saw, man, they stand on business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they get into it with somebody, it's 50 of them, and they all gonna show up. They all gonna ride for each other. You can't mess with them over that. So that's what made a lot of people be like, I want to join. But now in today's days, like what he's speaking on right now, yeah, the music is definitely influenced. The music making you people like, man, I'm gang, gang. Shoot, when I was younger, because right now I'm 26, but like when I was younger, I was like 16. And everybody wanted to be BD when Chief Keef, because Chief Keef came out in 2010. So I knew about Chief Keef back then, and I knew about King Louis. See, people don't be shining a light on Louis. Louis been around. King Louis is one of the first, you know what I'm saying, drill music artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even call it drill music. I never really called it drill music. I used to just say, you know what I'm saying, street music. You know what I'm saying, street nigga music. You know what I'm saying, hood nigga music. Because these songs y'all listen to, this real gangster music. That's just what it is. But anyway, yeah, when Keith was coming around, I was still in and out of Chicago, going out to my pop's crib, stuff like that, be hanging out and stuff. So I knew about Keith. But then around the 2012 era, when he started getting mainstream and everybody started knowing him, you heard everybody and their mama that wasn't from the city like that was up here basically claiming BD. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody was saying it was BD, but they be up there like quoting all the stuff like, yeah, I'm 240, I'm 300, 600, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? They saying these things. They don't even know what that mean, what it is. They just going based off of the music.
Just about all the cities in America have serious gang problems, especially the biggest cities like New York City, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, and especially Chicago. Chicago is one of the birthplaces of major gangs, similar to LA. Gangs like the Bloods and the Crips were known to originate in LA, while Chicago is known for gangs like the Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, and the Lion Kings. Gangs that we
See, he just named them three, but he should have named them Stones. He should have named them Mickey Cobras. He should have named them, you know what I'm saying, them Maniacs. He should have named them 2 6s. You know what I'm saying? Like all them all them gangs was real big in Chicago, and some of them still are. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He said Land Kings, GDs, and BDs. Like, bro, that ain't the only ones, bro. Those ain't the only ones. Those just the ones I guess people outside of Chicago basically know about. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll leave it at that.
hear about all over the music industry today. The biggest rappers to this day claim gang affiliations, promoting it in their lyrics. One of the biggest and most dangerous gangs being promoted heavily by mainstream rappers is the Black Disciples, or the BDs, a gang with famous members like Chief Keef, Little Durk, and the late King Von. All of these rappers make it well known that they're affiliated with the Black Disciples, and they're proud of it. In today's episode, we will be taking a closer look at the Black Disciples and uncovering some very interesting information that to me shows why the gangs have done so much evil. What you will soon find out will show you that the Black Disciples had a sinister secret they seem to want to erase.
All right, so I'm not sure what he's talking about, so we all gonna learn, right? But I just want to say this just because if he don't bring it up, because you know what I'm saying, it's like you gotta be from that or just be real close with that to know the real literature, know the books. You know what I'm saying, know what really happened. And you know, back in the day, it used to be the BGDs. So the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples was one. They were one. Once upon a time, we were all one. You know what I mean? And if y'all look further back into the books, they got pictures of Jeff Ford and his guys, right? The Stones, right? Larry Hoover right there next to him. So Larry Hoover was a Stone before he even created the GDs. So it's a lot of literature, a lot of things in these books, you know what I'm saying, that people don't know. So I don't know if he's gonna bring up that, but I just want to drop that in there real quick, just to, you know what I'm saying, drop a little history on y'all.
The Black Disciples were formed in 1966, but before it was called the Black Disciples, they were known as the Devil Disciples, a gang that started in 1958 when a group of friends started the gang for protection, one member being David Barksdale, otherwise known as King David, who would eventually become the leader of the Devil's Disciples. Shortly after David became the leader, he would come up with the idea of creating the Black Disciples, recruiting many smaller gangs in the area. He would eventually merge with a rival gang at the time.
There go the chairman right there, King Larry right there, Larry Hoover right there. Larry Hoover, that's him right there. You know, the chief, he been locked down so long. I think he might be. I know he in his 70s right now. He in his 70s. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, they trying to put some paperwork in to let him out because like y'all did enough. Y'all took him off the street so long that he not gonna be able to just come home and just go out there and hold meetings and get everybody together. Like, hey, y'all little MFers out here with this click banger. Y'all been out here getting kids killed and doing this and that. Y'all that need to stop, or it's gonna be repercussions. Nah, there ain't no order no more amongst the crews because they're cliques. Cliques is way easier to start than a nation. A clique is way easier. You can get a group of friends. This is what we're gonna live by. Might talk to some old big homies to get approval, but that's it. But back when they made these nations, you had to prove yourself and prove y'all worth to be like, this is what we is. You know what I'm saying? To get a blocker, to be like, this is our hood, and to be able to hold the meet, to be in the meetings with the chairman, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? King Dave, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Ford, you know what I'm saying? Willie Lloyd, Angelo Foe. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even bring up the foes. See, I'm up and forgetting stuff already. I named all them gangs and then named the Foe Corner Hustlers, the Foe CHs, the foes, Angelo Foes, they leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you couldn't get no rooms with these dudes and just be like, oh yeah, we a little click over here, you know, we're doing this and that. Not back in the day. They pulled something like that, you probably got wiped off the map just being 1,000 with you.
Known as the Gangster Disciples, led by Larry Hoover. Together, they created the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. Soon after the gangs merge, Larry Hoover, the GD founder, will get arrested for his crimes, getting sentenced to 150 years in prison. This left David in charge of the BGDN, and the gang will stay united until David Barksdale's passing on September 2nd, 1974. This is when the Gangster Disciples and the Black Disciples once again became two separate gangs who immediately started beefing with each other. The beef would calm down, but only for a short moment when Mickey Bull took over the gang. This unification would end after Mickey Bull was taken out by Gangster Disciple members in 1991, sparking the ongoing war that is still going on to this day. Nowadays, the beef between the BDs and the GDs live out in the streets and in drill songs created by mainstream artists. On the surface level, it appears that the Black Disciples are just a bunch of teens who got together in the hoods of
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and let the ad run, but they ain't get no free promo over it, so I'm gonna mute that. All right, yeah, get that up out my way, man. Till y'all start paying me.
of Chicago for protection and to make money. But I think this story is much darker than this. If we look at the symbols used by the gang and even the backstory, we start to see this gang is connected to the source of evil itself. Like I said earlier, the Black Disciples actually went by the name of the Devil Disciples when they first got started. It wasn't until they wanted to get more members that they wanted to disassociate themselves with the Devil's name, as they felt it would be easier for members to join. That name to me speaks for itself and was chosen for a dark reason. These gang members actually saw themselves as disciples of the devil. They knew what they were doing was serving the devil, and they took enough pride in this to call themselves his disciples. This name made me want to look deeper into the gang to see if I can find any evidence proving this gang was either associated with the occult or Satanism like other street gangs have been in the past. I started my research by looking into the creator of it all, David Barksdale. David Barksdale was a co-founder, but he became the leader of the Devil Disciples and then created the Black Disciples, and it's the reason they call him King David. When looking into David Barksdale, I wasn't really finding much beside his real name, which was Donis David Barksdale, and that he passed away at the age of 27. That quickly caught my attention, as he was a famous member of a now famous gang who passed away at the age of 27 due to kidney failure. Was he possibly a member of the 27 Club? Did he make a deal with the devil to become one of the most famous gang leaders to ever live? I also found out that he had his gang members march with Martin Luther King Jr. and was also close friends with Fred Hampton, who was the chairman of the Black Panther Party.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So y'all look at that. From what y'all just heard with that little bit right there. Look how high up these people are. You could never come over there and be like, all right, my group of 6, 7, 8 friends gonna just be over here like we running things, and you had people like this walking around that had ties and had power. They had that real power, not hood fame, but actually fame with the, you know what I'm saying, like with them senators and them governors. Like, you couldn't do what they doing now back then. That's impossible back then, to come up in them rooms where them guys was at. You know what I'm saying? And be over here like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. They gonna look at you like, boy, man, you better get up out of my face. And the crazy thing is the way these leaders ruled back then. You weren't gonna probably leave up out of there without having something broke. Like they're gonna beat you down if you would have came in. I think you was something that you wasn't.
It's obvious that King David wasn't just your average young gang leader. He had connections to some very important people. When looking into David, I kept seeing rumors come up claiming that he was an open Satanist and that his father was a Mason. They also claimed that both the GD and the BD were structured off the Masons. I tried to find any credible proof to back these claims up, but besides many different people mentioning this on Reddit, I couldn't find anything proving that King James' father was a Mason. What I did find that caught my attention was the gang initiation ceremony and the gang symbols. This is when I noticed it was looking highly possible for King David to have been an occultist or for the gang to have been inspired by Masonry. The members had a ritual they had to do to join, where they would say the gang's prayer, and during the initiation ceremony, several members present will place their three-finger gang hand sign to touch the head of the new member as a blessing. That officially made them members. They then had to put work in for about 6 years to be able to gain any ranking in the gang. The saddest part about all of this is that the kids that join these gangs are as young as 12 years old. It's interesting that the members have to put in 6 years of work before they can gain ranking and become co-ministers in the gang.
See, listen to that, man. Listen to that. That's just like the military. You can't just come up in the military and be like, I'm this, I'm that. And they're going to be like, all right, man, here, you did a little bit of work and put some rank on you. No, you got to put that time in to get them benefits. The same with the nations. The same with the nation. That man just said 6 years before you actually get some real rank. Imagine how much work you done put in by the time you did 6 years becoming a part of the nation. Like, these things got to stand out to people, but a lot of people don't know these things. A lot of people just, like the guy said earlier about the music and gang. That's why I said click banging. Yeah. Click banging. Yeah, that all that, you know what I'm saying? But the real nations and where they started from and stuff like that, and what you need to do to actually be that and have that name and that title, that was not no easy task. That was like basically, if you want to put it, I never joined a frat, but we all know the little stuff you see in the movies about frats when they hazing them and doing all kinds of stuff, making them do stuff, making them got to put work in, do all these things. So at the end, you can call yourself this. So this ain't no little slight work, like, you know what I mean?
When we look at the Black Disciple symbols, you quickly start to see its resemblance to occult symbols. First, let's start with their most notable symbol, the six-pointed star, or otherwise known to others as the Star of David, a symbol usually associated with Jewish religion. The Star of David is obviously not used by the BDs to identify themselves as Jewish, but instead, they use it to symbolize their gang. What's interesting is that the Star of David is actually a symbol used by the Masons to symbolize King Solomon, a biblical figure that created the first temple of worship. The Star of David symbol was initially the Solomon seal, a symbol the Freemasons still use to this day. I'm pretty confident the Black Disciples adopted this symbol as a reference to Masonry and King Solomon, who was an important figure to the Freemasons. The Masons see Solomon as the builder of temples, and the Masons see themselves as the builder of nations. It's the reason they have adopted Solomon as a symbol. The star also has 6 points exactly, which we know is a reference to the number of the beast. This is why I believe David Barksdale called himself King David as a reference to King Solomon. King David also seems to mimic the Masons' fraternal behavior by building the BDs as activists and a community-driven organization in the public eye, but all while having a dark side. Just like the checkerboard floor, the BDs ran off duality.
This game, you're not ready for it.
It's obvious to me that King David was inspired by Masonry and was most likely a Satanist like it is rumored. It wouldn't be the first time a gang is associated with the devil, as there's other gangs that have ties to the devil, like another Chicago gang, Satan Disciples, that was led by a man that they called King Satan. The symbols used for the gang was a baby devil, and again,
Yeah, when I was locked up, I was locked up with an SD. He's saying the whole name, still like he's saying Satan Disciples. We call them SDs. Call them SDs, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that devil right there with the pitchfork on his head, same tattoo, the homie had, and he was a Mexican cat. Cause I was over there on general population and everything. And we was in the dorms and stuff. Can't remember his name and stuff like that. But it was like back in like 2018. But anyway, he had the devil, you know what I'm saying? He had tattoos, color red, you know what I'm saying, horns and everything. And then his devil was actually holding the pitchfork. And then at the end of the devil's tail, it was like, a tail on the devil was spiky. And it was spiky, but it had at the bottom it had the three for that fork. You know what I'm saying? So basically like, what I'm saying, hidden in the but anyway, yeah, the SDs, yeah. They're part of the disciple family. You know what I'm saying? We call them Latin folk. They're Latin folk for sure.
And the 6-point Star of David, or like we know now, Solomon's Seal. Another gang associated with the devil is the Devil Lane, that had this member openly confess that he and other members openly worship the devil.
This is home to the Pasadena Devil Lanes, but the known clique right here is the Project Gangsta Blood, PJG. So yeah, when I was a young, I don't want to put the homie name out there. He's in the piece anyway now. He kind of introduced me to some a little dark side, evil. We was on some satanic worship, and I was actually doing that. And about maybe 7-8 years, I got into the satanic worship. And if you ask me how I got in this, I can honestly say I wanted power at a young age. I wanted to be balling like the rest. I want to be out here on no struggle.
You see what I mean? He literally just said what I said in the beginning of the video about, yeah, the music nowadays with the clicks, but now back then, they saw that these men stood on business. These men had the money. These men had actual real power. That's what made these people join. Not like now, today's world, you got a lot of people that get forced to join because they in that neighborhood and dudes beating them up or whatever, or they homies is all of that, and they looking like, bro, you can't just be around us if you ain't gonna be one of us. Even though on the real, you know what I'm saying, the real thing about it is they really would have still been homies with you, but they'd rather just if we all tell them like, bro, come on now, we all play ball together, we grew up together, we at each other's houses, bro. Why you didn't come home yet? Why you didn't come home yet? Why didn't you go ahead and turn over, you know what I'm saying, and become one?
The easiest way to fame is to commit myself to Satan. At that point in my life, that's what I did, That's what I did. And I don't have no regrets on doing that because it made me who I am. I've seen a lot of shit. You probably look at me like an animal if I was to tell you the kind of shit we was doing just to gain recognition from Satan. I don't know if everybody want to disclose the fact they didn't play with the devil. When you caught up in that satanic, like every day you want to purposely do something to hurt them, absorb the energy from your enemies, So that's what we was on. It was on the real dark side. They call it the left hand, I was doing a seance in my room one night, doing a blood sacrifice, and I was invoking the spirit world and my chants and all that. And out of nowhere, the whole bed in my room literally like yanked off the wall.
As you heard for yourself, this gang member claims that he at one point served the devil and that other members still to this day serve the devil. In my opinion, the BDs and the GDs was most likely created off of Freemasonic structure. To me, it all seems like a sick, twisted plan created by the elite of our world to manipulate the urban youth to destroy each other. A lot of people know just how bad the violent crime problem is in Chicago. A lot of this crime comes directly from the hands of the BD members. These young gang members' hearts have gone cold, and they have lost all remorse, making them not only willing, but proud of taking people out. I know the circumstances these kids grew up in, as I dealt with similar situations myself growing up. In all of my life, I haven't seen kids this cold-hearted as they are now. The drill music genre was created off the real-life beef these gangs were involved in, a genre that has spread all over the US and even around the world. Drill music that I call death music, that was created just to destroy the youth in urban communities. Drill music started in Chicago by a GD rapper named King Louie, but it was popularized by Chief Keef, who was a part of the BD set.
Say, I appreciate, this is why I like this dude's videos. He does the work, he does the research, because most people don't know, they don't bring up Louis. They don't bring up King Louis as being one of the original pioneers that had his feet on the ground running in the music game. Like, nobody really be knowing that. So for him to put that out there, this man did his research, man. Like, y'all need to check him out. His account's called The Truth Is, man. Y'all check him out, bro. Check him out.
Chief Keef, a teenager at the time, was a known gang member in Chicago who was dissing his ops and got famous for it. The label saw the potential of this music and took this opportunity to make millions, taking him mainstream, not caring about the destruction this music was starting to cause. This gave birth to rappers like Lil Durk, who's another Black Disciple member and currently one of the biggest rappers out now. Lil Durk is a perfect example of a BD drill rapper.
Let me throw this out there just in case if he don't throw this in. But the way his research coming, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he know it. But Durk daddy, Lil Durk's father, was a GD, a high ranking GD. Like he was, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them people that he put a lot of work in. That's why he got so many years, because his daddy did a lot of years. His daddy basically missed, not basically, his daddy missed all of Dirk's upbringing, you know. But yeah, Dirk's daddy was a GD. Dirk's father was a GD, but you know what Dirk and his mama was living that he grew up BD. Dirk, I got a couple homies that used to live over in that area where he used to be at, and they said he Dog Pound, which I heard multiple times from people that he from Dog Pound. So yeah.
Spreading destruction to the world. Even though Dirk has lost so many people around him due to the gang beef, it doesn't seem to change him. He only seems to use death as fuel to continue to spread destruction. There's something truly demonic going on with these rappers, rapping about people they have taken out, creating diss songs about fallen ops that become anthems the audience sing to. Lil Durk was also responsible for making King Von famous, another BD rapper who became famous for promoting destruction just like Lil Durk. King Von was the perfect example of a literal devil disciple as he lived to destroy. King Von was rumored to have had 7 bodies and took joy in doing each one. Von would routinely brag about the people he had taken out in his music, mocking them and their loved ones. This evil can only be compared to as demonic. King Von had a lust for blood. He took joy in catching bodies. He was almost like Chicago's Michael Myers. Michael Myers was a fictional movie serial killer who took people out because he was possessed by the spirit of Samhain, which is a pagan deity of death. Michael Myers had to make sacrifices to this god of death to appease it, and this is why Michael goes on his rampages on Halloween.
I'll be hunting with y'all. Michael Myers is my favorite killer ever since I was a kid. I got him tattooed on my arm. I ain't gonna lie, I got him tattooed on my arm. And he was a person, you know, a character that I like, because that's what you call real motivation. Let me let me be real with you. That's some real motivation. Like, bro, I will not stop. I will not stop. Anybody that's in my way will be destroyed. And that was like the true image of Heartless, if you want to call it that.
Taking out anyone he sets his eyes on. Von is being compared to a real-life serial killer, as he had allegedly had 7 bodies and was connected to 5 other bodies. He claims to have done it for his gang and for his fallen brothers, but I think it was darker than that. Von back in 2012 tweeted something that I found shocking when he tweeted, "Get you sacrificed," and also tweeted, "I be sacrificing them, laugh out loud." These to me appear as confessions, proving King Von was collecting bodies for a darker reason. Von was indoctrinated into this demonic lifestyle as a young teenager, a lifestyle that would eventually destroy 12 people and himself. His passing only made Lil Durk's career even bigger and only made him more money. I always found it strange how Durk's career hit next level mainstream heights right as King Von passed. Durk even dropped the music video that started his big run back in Blood with Pooh Shiesty the same day Von would pass. That just seems like too much of a coincidence if you ask me. I think I should take a further look into Von's passing. If you would like to see a full video on what truly happened to King Von, comment King Von below. To the very end, Von pushed Satan's agenda, spreading death's music and even still being associated with destruction. As it's alleged, months before Von passed, he put a $100,000 bounty on FBG Duck's head, a fellow gang rival who grew up in the same area as Von and even went to school with him. FBG Duck would later become mortal enemies with King Von, clashing until the very end. The devil was present when the devil disciples were created. We can say the devil hexed the gang all the way back then, and only death and destruction has come from it. So many kids look up to gang members, and mainstream hip-hop plays a big role in this. Kids want to be the rappers, so they listen to every word, and some of them start living their raps. We need to stop glorifying music that promotes gang culture. We need to open our eyes and look how much destruction it has caused. We need to teach the youth that these gangs are nothing but a trap created by Satan's people to destroy more souls. We need to guide the children back to Jesus and protect them from the traps the devil has set up for them. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Well, that's it for this video. Thank
Man, you know, that's why I like this guy videos. He does the research. He didn't bring up Dirk's dad, but even if he knew about Dirk's father, it wouldn't even like made made a point really because he not talking about really the gangs as in like, oh, this person was this person was that. No, he's basically trying to sum it up as this is what it was built on. So I get where he coming from. But yeah, this is things like that is one reason why I had to get up out of there. Because when you there, man, it's you know what I'm saying, you don't look at it the way other people look at it until you leave. Because when I was there, you hear about this person got killed, this person got killed, you'll hear gunshots and stuff like that, stuff, you know what I'm saying? You be like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, if y'all from Chicago, y'all could agree with me on this one. You know what I'm saying? Or just let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. But y'all know when y'all hear shooting, y'all like, damn, somebody just got killed. Fire, damn, bro, they were there shooting, damn. And you not taking it as on some real thing like, well, I mean, shit, damn, they died, man. Oh, their mama's gonna be crying, somebody just took their life. Oh man, damn, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter to you until it's somebody you know. But then you got other people in the other parts of the world, they be looking at this mess and be like, that is messed up, man. They just killing each other left and right. So you don't see that until you leave. Once I left, I kept still going back. I miss going back, miss going hanging out and stuff with my friends. And then when I actually been gone long enough, because I've been gone probably about a year and a half now. Well, I think June or July no, it was about July. July make a year and a half I've been gone. Now I look at things a lot different. Like, yeah, I still, you know what I'm saying, when I hit gunshots, because I was just back out there in March visiting for my grandma birthday and everything, all my cousins, all them there. Everybody left out, went home. It was just me and my girl, my father, and my grandma. We ended up talking to her for a little bit because I was telling her, like, I might be leaving in a couple of days. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna really be staying, but I was just telling her bye. I come walking out, what I'm saying? I come walking right out. We over here about a White Sox stadium, but we on the other side. We over there on I think it was like 35th and State. I think it was 35th and State. But anyway, yeah, we on the other side of White Sox field. And we coming out, me and my girl, we about to get in the rental. All you hear is five. I was like, damn. Somebody has got it popped. Dawson, you hear the other person coming back with it. Damn, you can hit a switch on that bitch. That motherfucker ain't do the semi-automatic 5.5. That motherfucker went dirt. You know what I'm saying? So they was over there warned, But I ain't hear nothing on the news about that. Somebody died over there, but they definitely was warned. So I still got that mentality. Meanwhile, I do look at it like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it like, well, somebody baby just died. But I do look at it like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, look, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want nobody catch me at the light, mistaken identity, or because in Chicago we got this thing, bro, where everybody wanna like be tougher than each other now. So that really like staring at each other thing is a real thing. I know y'all seen that on the internet when people say, in Chicago, do not look at somebody, just keep doing what you're doing. They not lying to you. They not lying to you. See, all my cars at 10, so I ain't got to deal with all that. But I definitely know that is a fact. You know what I'm saying? People will pull up at each other at the light. They just chilling. Dude might just look over, just look at the other dude. The other dude look at him, and now he mean mugging him. Then maybe he got a guy too in his car, so now they mean mugging. They like, man, what are you looking at? Bro, what you then? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers not scared. They'll tell you, like, bro, what the fuck you looking at? Now imagine, you know what I'm saying, you being a male, like you a dude that like you stand on principle. So you're like, bro, I ain't even look at these niggas like that. But who the fuck you talking to? Now these niggas, they up and just start blamming into your car. Split second, just like that. Just like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I look at it a little bit different now, and I'm away from it like, man, yeah, I do want to make it to get old. I do want to make it to have kids and have a prospering life, to be able to look back on my life and be like, man, I'm proud of where I'm at. Instead of me, you know what I'm saying, getting taken up out of here over something simple as that me and a person had a stare down and we had about 3 or 4 words between each other back and forth, and then damn, you know what I'm saying? It's up there. But it's your boy Koopa, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all, hanging in with me. For those of y'all that did hang in with me and kick it with me, man. I like politicking with y'all. I look at y'all as I could say therapy, but we ain't really talking about things like my problem. So I just say like, you know, I look at it as fun. This is like fun. It's like a little sport to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting my output out there. Y'all comment on it. Tell me if y'all like it. Tell me what's, you know what I'm saying, what y'all felt y'all was wrong about. You know, I take it all. You know what I'm saying? All the criticism I take is constructive criticism. See, now I'm messing up. Look at that, I'm messing up, y'all. Constructive criticism. But you know, I look at things like I said in my last few videos, man, we just was pray for better days, right? That's how I look at it, you know. And I didn't get to say it in the beginning because I wasn't thinking about it, but you know, we about that love, life, and loyalty, right? And some moms, they would say knowledge, wisdom, understanding. But to the rest of y'all, man, out there, I hope y'all doing well. Support the channel, man. DM me, you know, definitely DM me, man. Just DM me. Let me know, like, hey, can you react to this? Also, if y'all got songs y'all want me to react to, whether it's a song that just dropped that y'all want me to react to, or if it might be a song that you personally made, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to do a little music thing, like, man, I don't hate. I don't hate. And like I said in my last video, I accept all the love, even the hate. Because the hate is still love, just coming from a negative place. But I appreciate y'all being here with me, man. It's your boy Koopa. I'll catch y'all on the next one.